Right, welcome to another one of these video casts interviews. This time I'm with a guy called Jay Morgan. How are you doing?
How you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good. Can you, for the sake of the viewers and all this, sort of explain a bit about your musical past? You know, where you're from, that
yeah.
sort of stuff.
I started recording music this year. I've been a singer-songwriter for about 6 months now, but a singer for over 23 years.
Right.
Singing in havens, butlins, holiday parks in the UK. Also doing work in men's clubs in different bands. I've been in a Take That tribute as Robbie Williams.
Okay.
I've done loads for charity as well, doing things for people. There's a really close friend of mine in South Kirby, Pontefract. She's called Jo Spate, and she's put a lot of charities on and stuff, and she loves to help other people. And I've always, if she's asked me to do a charity, I've always done it for her. So
Fantastic, mate.
I've done a lot for charity, yeah.
So whereabouts are you based then?
At the minute, I'm in Mirfield near Huddersfield.
Okay.
This is
Lovely.
where I live. So I live over here, but at the minute, my missus works all over the country and she's asked me to go support her. So I basically just stop in hotels waiting for her to come home from work.
Okay, fair play, mate. Yeah, yeah. So was it, did I see a video of you on board a ship? Was that you stuck on board a boat? Or was that some
No,
other?
no, I didn't get stuck on a boat. No,
Okay.
I'm always stuck in hotels though. That's a definite.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
play, yeah. So are you a guitar solo sort of singer type thing?
Do you know what? That's one of my worst things at the minute. Not being able to play guitar. No, I don't play an instrument. I basically found an instrument online on YouTube, and it's really strange. I can't exactly put it into words how it happened, but at the beginning of this year, I had COVID symptoms. I
Okay.
was really poorly. We were in Scotland in an hotel, and my missus, she got the word from someone outside saying that we couldn't leave the hotel room. And she had to go to work still. So she was still going to work looking after the elderly. She's an area manager, but she looks after loads of different homes across the country.
Right.
So I'm there bored thinking I'm poorly as well. I couldn't breathe hardly and I'm on my own. And yeah, I just got inspiration to start writing music. And
Okay.
as soon as I started feeling a lot better, a few months after, I said, well, at first it started with TikTok videos. I started doing loads of TikTok videos.
Right.
So I was bored. I was just doing stupid comedy things, being poorly as well. Then I started doing Bigo Live, where I was a host of Bigo Live. And when I started feeling a lot better, like I said, I started writing lyrics on a piece of paper, and yeah, Come Back Home were created in a matter of 10 minutes. And
Okay.
I sang it on one of my live videos in the hotel room. We had the music or anything. And everybody were like, where can we buy this? Where can we do this? And I'm like, well, do you like it? They're like, yeah, it's meant who wrote it. I
Yeah.
went, me, 10 minutes. It's called Come Back Home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, someone said to me, oh, you need to get it recorded. So I told my missus I wrote a song. And the ironic thing about this is through the years me writing music, she's never liked anything that I've wrote.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah.
She hasn't liked anything I've wrote. And all of a sudden I wrote Come Back Home. I sang it to her that night. And I'd found an instrumental on YouTube, like I said. And she loved it. And she was like,
Wow.
oh, we need to get that recorded. So I
Okay.
got in touch with the guy on YouTube because it's all about instrumental. And I got in touch with him and I said, I'd like to use your instrumental for my music. And he went, you can't use it without paying for it. So I had to pay like $144. But that gives you a full rights to use the instrumental.
Yeah.
So by rights, he gets 50% of publishing rights, but I get like 100% distribution. And the other
Okay.
thing, publishing. So it is worth it in a way, but also, to me, I'd love to be able to play instruments, but I don't. So this is the only way I could find music to get myself out there. And
Okay.
I recorded
Okay.
Come Back Home and Someone to Hold You While You Cry that's out now. And yeah, it's been going from strength to strength, really.
Are
I
those
can't believe
both those videos, are they out on YouTube?
they are on YouTube. Yes.
Okay.
To be fair, I've been asked this a few times since I've brought out these videos. People have said, "Why are you not bringing out videos with you on them?"
Right.
And I said, well, there's a COVID situation right now. You know, I can't really get myself out there. But I've called it the official videos, and yeah, it is an official video, but it won't be once I can get out there and I do a proper video. It's
Okay.
going to be me video, you know what I mean? But at the minute, someone's done the videos for me, and they're really good. So yeah, at the
Okay.
minute, they're official.
Okay.
But
Well, what I'll do is I'll tag them on to the interview so people can have a listen as well as listen to this.
that's
Brilliant.
amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No worries, no worries. So, I mean, ultimately, then, are you hoping to front a band? Is that the a live thing?
Well, do you know what? I don't know. I'm in talks with someone at the minute in a major radio record label, a major
Okay.
record label. Um, he's been telling me loads of stuff, but he hasn't got back to me yet. I don't know what's happening, if I'm getting a record label deal or
Okay.
I'm going to be a writer for him or what. I don't know. But yeah, my
Okay.
main goal, you know, at the age of 39, I know I'm knocking on a bit, but you know, it's only this year that I've had the inspiration to start writing amazing songs.
Right.
And
But you've always been around the sort of the live circuit, if you like, because you're doing
yeah,
you did, was it Butlins or something like that? And
Portland Ravens, yeah, doing 4-piece, 3-piece acts, but they were all covers. We never did
yeah,
any originals, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And now I'm started writing originals. I can't stop. And
brilliant.
I'm writing music all the time. I've got about 39 songs that I haven't even released yet.
Okay. And that's the lockdown for you, was it?
It is, yeah. Honestly, with inspiration, all the inspiration was from lockdown, yeah. And someone said to me, yeah, but you can't use lockdown as an excuse to write music. But I'm like, well, I were poorly, and then I've come
Yeah.
out the other side, and I've started writing amazing songs that people are relating to. So
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, of course I can. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that, mate, at all.
No.
At all. So, you know, you've been around sort of that sort of musical, or if you like, the circuit as such for a while.
Yeah.
How long for now, roughly, you know?
Uh, I was doing circuit probably 10 years.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So a question I want to ask, I've asked a few bands actually, is, is there anything sort of in the musical industry that, if you could, that you would change, something that, has either cheesed you off in the past, or you've seen artists struggling with certain, whatever, that
Uh,
change.
I don't know if there's anything in the music industry that I would definitely change. I understand that, you know, it's an hard industry to get into. And I've known this since I've had the songs out. I've been pushing and publishing myself as much as I can.
Yeah,
And you know, and I'm literally trying to get through doors that get closed on me more than opened.
yeah, yeah,
But the one thing that I do not like is through the years, I've always tried these TV competitions, you know, X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, The Voice. And, you know, you realize after all these years of going for it that, you know, you are good enough, but it's just, they've already got the winners, they've already got the losers, they've always got the runners up. And I only realized this when I was in the band with my friends at the time when I was doing Havens. Some guy come up to us and actually said, "We want you on X Factor." They actually scouted us.
right.
And I thought, oh my God, I've tried this for years and I've never got anywhere. And now I've got scouted. The unlucky thing for me was the guy at 2018 who was in the band with us decided he didn't want to be in it.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we had auditions for Simon Cowell and a special audition in London, but he wouldn't have us as a duo. He'd only have us as a trio, and yeah, he didn't want to do it. So
Yeah, that's a
that was
shame.
the only time that I've thinking. But the thing is, with X Factor and all them sort of things, it makes people think they're going to be the next big thing,
Yeah,
and it's never going to happen. Do you know what I mean? I've seen the
yeah, yeah,
biggest and greatest singers in auditions get nowhere. I saw a
yeah.
girl, my first ever audition, look like Celine Dion, sound like Celine Dion. She didn't get even through. And then I went in next audition after her, and I just went, I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know what I mean? She was beautiful as well. She didn't even get nowhere. And that was
Wow,
the first
amazing.
time it ever started. So yeah, I
Okay.
don't agree with these shows that pretend that people are going to be the next big thing and never get that chance to shine. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. Well, obviously on the this YouTube channel I've got, there's a couple of
Yeah.
sections because I'm based down in Penzance.
All
So
right.
basically there's local music, which is really, I'm doing Cornish, you know, and a section called Over the Bridge, which
All
means
right. Yeah.
yeah. So obviously Huddersfield, you're going to come under the Over the Bridge section. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I'll stick your videos when I find them
That's
in the Over the
amazing.
Bridge.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really easy to find me anyway. All you have to do, because everything's interlinked, all you have to do is type in on Google jaymorgan.music. So
Okay.
JAY Morgan.music, all
Fantastic.
lowercase on Google. You'll be able to find me.
That's
And not just
fantastic.
that, I've got the whole page to myself as well.
Okay.
I'm
That's
just a
brilliant.
green.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, what's your ideal thing then once you know, you get spotted and then to get, you know, a sort of band type thing
Yeah.
behind you, or you
Yeah.
know.
I don't know about band. I've been in
Okay.
so many bands. I just want to do it on my own, you know. I want to
Okay.
prove a point. And the reason why I started bringing songs out at the beginning this year is because my auntie and my nana's getting older, and that my auntie's really poorly at the minute. And I always told him when I was younger that I'll bring out my own song. And my nana's 85th birthday, I actually brung out "Come Back Home" on her birthday, so she were over the moon.
Fantastic.
And she's like got me to write the lyrics down and that, and she sings to it. So I
Lovely.
wrote that, and then I wasn't going to bring out "Someone to Hold You While You Cry" so quick, but with the people that love "Come Back Home," they all were like, "Oh, you need to bring another song out." So I rushed out "Someone to Hold You While You Cry," and yeah, everybody's loving it. So
Brilliant.
it was only a month after that one. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's doing really well. It's doing really well.
So how would you describe your style of music, your genre, what have you? How would you?
Do you know what? My my style was pop, and you know, like pop. I've always loved rock music, but listening to instrumentals, I seem to find instrumentals with that extra kick to them, where I think I'm going to write something to this. This is why "Come Back Home" come about, and now that's classed as a folk song.
Okay.
This song that I've now wrote is definitely classed as an 80s pop. So an
Right.
80s pop song. That's what the class it is. But yeah, my main goal is to just write decent lyrics to decent instrumentals. You know what I mean? So I would say 80s pop is probably the way I'm going at the minute, because
Right.
I've also wrote a really good song for Eurovision 2021, but I've no idea how to get it there. But
Okay.
it would be a fantastic song, and I definitely feel like, you know, if I had a chance to do Eurovision, that my song would be really, really good for it. And yeah, I've tried to get that in there, but it's not happening at the minute.
Superb, mate. No, well, you know, like I say, you never know with these doors opening and that sort of stuff. Who knows?
Exactly. Yeah,
You
you
know,
never know. No,
no, and you've just got to keep going at it.
absolutely. And like record labels, for example, I've had about 8 or 9 record labels now that have offered me different things, but they're just, you know, I'm worried if I sign with a record label, do you know what I mean? And they don't push me the way I want to go. I don't.
Yeah.
And I know I'm older, do you know? I know I'm 39, and some people have gone, "Oh, yeah, but you've got to be that age to sing for kids and stuff." And I'm like, well, you know, I'm not here to sing to kids, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to be known as an artist, probably for the older end as well, not just for, you know,
Right.
young'uns. Because,
Yeah.
like, some record labels who I've talked to, they're like, "Oh, there'll be like 16, 17-year-olds liking your music," and I'm like, well, fair enough, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
39. I don't want a 16-year-old kid to have me on the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
So
yeah.
you've got a PR company, haven't you? Because I think they were the ones who contacted me or
Yes,
chap.
yes, I have. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, Yeah, I mean, it must be the way to go, is to keep plugging at it, mate.
Definitely, yeah,
Yeah.
and they're doing fantastic for me as the PR. You know, they're working night and day, and he always gets back to me. You know, when something pops up, and he'll be like, "Oh, you've got another review," and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm just happy that people are loving the songs. You know, I didn't when I first wrote them, I didn't expect it to be as big as everybody's saying they are. You know, and Come Back Home at the minute has gone mental. Like,
Right.
I think
Brilliant.
I've nearly got 50,000 streams in 3 months.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
I've got nearly 20,000 listeners already.
Crazy, isn't it?
So yeah, it's doing
Yeah.
crazy, honestly, and that's on Spotify. And
Right.
then I'm like, well, where is it? And you know what? Mostly it's been listened to in America. They
Yeah.
love it in America. They'll Come Back Home. Honestly, I've got
That's
like
brilliant.
14 to 15,000 people listening in America.
That's lovely,
So
man.
I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
wow, that's crazy. And it's hard to crack is America, isn't it? So I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
is quite good.
So I always ask towards the end of an interview, I always sort of ask people, you know, is there anybody you want to thank for you being here now musically?
Well, I don't really know, really.
It's an on the
I can't
spot
really.
question.
I can just thank. I tell you what, I can thank loads of people for giving me the inspiration towards being a singer, like Joe Spate, Andrea Meadows, and you know, them two people are probably like the first people that ever trained me to sing. You know, they are the people that, like Andrea Meadows, she's a classically trained singer. She's
Right.
actually got albums out in the UK. She had it in the charts. She trained me in classical, and Joe Spake trained me in a different way completely. And then there's a lady that I love more than anyone, and she was a singing teacher, but now they're like a mum and dad to me. They live in America now, Australia. Sorry, they don't live
Okay.
in America. They live
Okay.
in Australia, in Brisbane, and
Brilliant.
she's called Susan Smith. And Susan Smith gave me the ability. Like, I thank her for that, because you know, she used to shout at me, "I can't hear you at back at room." You know what I mean? And all these things you think to yourself, "Oh, why are you making me shout?" You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's given me the ability to start being a singer at the beginning of it all. So yeah, I definitely thank Susan Smith more than anyone. Like,
Fantastic.
yeah, she's an amazing woman, and she's
Oh,
still a singing
brilliant.
teacher at 60-year-old now, and she's a fantastic singer.
Superb. Listen, Jay, look, I want to thank you so much for giving me the interview, mate, and
You're
the
welcome, mate.
time
Thank
and
you.
what have you. I'll,
Yeah,
like I say, I'll stick up the 2 tracks. I'll find them on YouTube and then put them on next to it. And
yeah.
good luck with everything, mate. Great.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And like I said, there's definitely more music coming from me very soon. And you know, people have asked me already, when am I bringing more out? And I've only just brought this out. And I'm like, hopefully after Christmas, you know, I'm
Yeah,
working
yeah.
towards an album.
Okay, brilliant, brilliant.
But thank you so much. Like I said, thank you.
No worries, mate. I'll speak to you again, John.
Definitely. Thank you, mate. Take
Cheers,
care. Yeah.
mate.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, mate.